My mom is 100% convinced she's being tracked on her phone through a dating app. My mother thinks that all these people are tracking her and just popping up in public. She thinks that they're sending her subliminal messages. My mom believes that dating app uses like a secret number language. No matter what or where we go, everybody is always constantly throwing up a number.
Somebody as simple as somebody pointing, throwing up the peace sign.
One time when we were driving, she literally reached her arm all the way across the car to put her 2 fingers out my window to throw some man the numbers 2 because he was supposedly throwing up a 3. She also believes that when they're trying to get her attention, if it's not just the hand signals, that they wear certain colors. Whatever color picture is on that account, when you wear that color in public, that's the account that you're linked to.
He's got something bright green in his hands. He's wearing blue.
Could be something, I don't know.
It started with pink and black being the issue, and then green got on board, and then slowly but surely it's every color of the rainbow now. And she's constantly sending me pictures of people in different colors. When we were driving, we saw a man in an orange t-shirt, and she thought that he was linked up with a girl that had orange shoes at the last stop we made. These are all just normal people living their lives wearing whatever color shirt they happen to be wearing, scratching their head with a couple fingers or 1 finger or whatever. I don't think it's associated with a dating app. This entire tracking app thing is all that she lives for anymore. It's literally impossible to deal with her anymore. I hope it's not too late for my mom to go back to living a normal life.
Until 3 years ago, that none of this had shown up, that you had not seen any hints of this, she had not given any version of this, just came out of the blue 3 years ago.
Yep. I think whatever she was going through with her relationship, they were on the rocks or something.
And we're talking about her ex-boyfriend, Jim, and a lot of people have breakups, they do. I mean, and even with someone finding somebody else while they're in a relationship, cheating on them, betraying them in some way, and the betrayed person doesn't have this kind of reaction. And I'm not saying that your mother was betrayed, and Jim certainly is going to deny that when we talk to him later, but even if that were the case, this is not a typical reaction, correct?
No, not at all. For sure it's not. I've never heard of anything like this before.
And she's never shown this kind of reaction to any other type of trauma or problem in her life before?
No.
Okay, and now she has not shown any uptick or history of drug abuse around this time 3 years ago, correct?
No.
Now, we do know that when she was much younger, before you were on the scene, that she did use alcohol and maybe even abuse alcohol for a period of time. But since you've known her throughout your life, you've not seen any of this behavior whatsoever?
No.
Not prescription drugs, anything that would be of concern, pain pills, anything like that?
No,
what I'm trying to get to is if you've seen anything that she may have had a side effect to or something, that even that she was taking legitimately.
No, I don't think it was anything like that, no.
Now, she actually believes that someone, an older man from my staff, was following her and tracking her through part of this trip, correct?
Yes. When we were driving out here to film, we stopped at a hotel in Nevada, I believe. And when we woke up in the morning, we were heading back onto the road. There was a man like in the breakfast nook, and he had like a white mustache and white hair. And she was like, "Do you see that man? He looks familiar. He looks like he's from Dr. Phil." And I was like, "I don't know that man. I've never seen him on Dr. Phil. I've never seen that man at all." And then once we started driving, she tried pointing out a car saying it was the same man like hours later. And I was like, I didn't catch it, but I don't think it was the same man. And then once we got into California, she thought she saw him again.
And did she have a theory as to why I would dispatch someone to be following her?
I think that she thinks that you guys are like purposely like putting people around her. I don't know. That man particularly, like she just thought he was tracking us. I wasn't for certain on like what the reason would be for, but she has pointed out other people as well wearing certain colors. And she was saying like, maybe you guys sent them.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.